today we're going to take a look at a Keystone Hideout. This is a 176BH floor plan. Now the 176BH is a single axle trailer, very lightweight but very unique because it actually has a slide out to maximize your living space. This 176BH weighs in at 3,800 pounds and has a cargo capacity of 680 pounds. We lose a bit of capacity because of that slide out, but it is a fair trade-off in order to have that extra space. Now let's take a little look around the unit itself. We have a propane bottle up front, our rack for 2 batteries. Now we also have a nice stone guard that is nice and deep so that as you're traveling down the road it will take the abuse from road debris versus the nicer finishing in our aluminum siding. We have a really nice colorful decal kit and really good storage. So we have nice full pass-through storage here, and a great feature which we're going to talk a little bit about on the Hideout in a little bit is actually the Solar Flex package. Here is actually our controller, and we do have Inverter Prep right here, so that if you wanted to put the inverter in or order that as an option from the factory, you can do that for dry camping to give you power to each of your outlets. So a great feature of this Hideout is the Solar Flex 200 package that we mentioned earlier in the video. And what is that? That is a solar panel that's on the roof that will charge your battery. Now the solar panels are not geared to actually generate power to be using that power. It is meant for charging your batteries. But a nice feature of the solar panel, of the Solar Flex package, is you can actually get an app. Now I'm going to get the name of the app for you here. It is called the Victron Connect, and it loads. And what it will do is connect via Bluetooth to your trailer. So I'm going to bring this in a little closer so you can see this a little better. It'll say Smart Solar because that's our panel that is running it. Right now we have 0 watts coming in. Our battery voltage is 12.5354 volts. Right now this unit is only on battery, and we've had lights on running it to see if we can dip the voltage a little bit. And you'll notice that the incoming current is 0 right now from the solar panel, and it will just say state is off. Now the solar panel can be off for a couple of reasons. One is that it could be a really overcast or dark day and there's just not enough sunlight to generate the electricity. It could be at night that it's dark. There could be a couple of other technical issues, so you want to watch that. But it could also, from what I understand the way it works, is that if the battery is not calling for any voltage, because it is fully charged, and technically 12.5 volts in a sitting state like this is a fully charged battery, it's not calling for the solar panel to pull that charge in and the charger to send the charge to the battery, so it turns off until it requires that. But this app will allow you to take a look at where is my battery level, more than just pressing the button to see half empty, etc., and to see if your solar charger is on, drawing electricity from that solar panel. So I thought I would just mention that in this video because it's a great little feature, also great for camping as you're using, and gives you exact voltage instead of general bars on a typical this is monitor. What your rooftop looks like on the Hideout 176BH. We can see the Solar Flex 200 package, nice large solar panel, and then of course we have our omnidirectional TV antenna up front, which is the black dome. We have our vent in the back, and then several vents. Now, one thing I noticed about this Hideout, nice big awning. It's a full power awning with nice large LED light strip. Good clearance from the door with the awning, and we do have a friction hinge door. So on those windy days, it's going to stay put, and you don't have to worry about having the door open and it's latched to the trailer and you go to put the awning out and now you've damaged something. You're going to notice the colors are really nice, large windows, and there's some really great features. So as I mentioned, this has the Solar Flex package. This is the Solar Flex 200. This has been built to CSA standards and some little features that are very friendly. We have our pet leash connector right here, so when you do take your pet along, you can leash them up and you're not going to have to worry that they're running off. Now, a feature that I do like on this trailer is the solid secure steps. Big trailers have had these for a while. Single axle trailers have typically had the single step that just pulls out. This is a great step. Campers love them. They're very sturdy and there is some height adjustment in them. Of course, we have our black rims. And as we take a walk around, on all the four corners, you'll notice stability jacks, and that's really important because some manufacturers on the single axle trailers are putting rear jacks and no front jacks. And if you're a small trailer, like a bushwhacker, that's fine because you're going to be connected to your vehicle. You're very, very small. If you're traveling in a larger trailer like this, 17, 18, 19 feet, when you unhook, that's a lot of weight on your front tongue to actually take bounce out. You're going to want 4 stability jacks to take a bit of that bounce, seeing you're sitting on a single axle. Out back, we do have our TV hookup here, of course a spare tire, and this is something a lot of manufacturers don't put on their single axles or want to upcharge you for. And we have a camera ready package for backup camera, which is very handy. You can check out one of our other videos on the Furrion camera systems to get some idea of what the backup cameras will do. Gas water heater with electronic ignition, so not a pilot light that many use. It's actually an electronic ignition. Flip a switch, turns it on, makes it nice and easy. When you don't need to heat the water, it's going to not be burning propane on you. Of course, a 30 amp hookup and nice easy gate valves to get to for your dump station. Now we have a decent sized slide. Look at the width of that slide, and when we go inside, you'll see how apparent that it opens up that living space. Now, some little features that are always really nice that not everyone does. We do have the extended rain gutters, so it drips water away when it's raining or after it's rained versus running it down your unit, and then you're having to always get those black streaks and clean everything up. But the real beauty of this unit's inside, so let's go take a look inside. We have a nice large bed up front with a wardrobe storage. And one thing that I really like about this Hideout, and I've said this in other videos, is the windows for cross ventilation. So you'll notice these are not fixed windows in the bed area, they're actually vented windows. So if you happen to be somewhere boondocking, pop them open, get that cross ventilation. Now I'm going to stand back here just to give you an idea of the openness of this floor plan. Look at the beautiful living space. So on a rainy day that you've been outside, starts to rain, you could come in here, put a couple of extra chairs for guests. You can also sit on the edge of the bed for some additional people. Really good seating around the dinette and still leaving you a lot of open space. As we look towards the kitchen, we have a nice single sink, 2-burner range. Our microwave is above us here with good storage next to us. Number of drawers, and a good storage spot here for bigger pots and pans, jugs of water, etc. We do have a direct vent furnace on board, so the colder mornings you're going to stay nice and warm. And then of course our tried and true double door Dometic fridge, where some manufacturers have been going to the smaller fridges. As we spin around and look at our dinette, we have good seating, nice wide dinette. You'll notice here they've set out 2 plates, teapot, and there's lots of space still remaining with a large window, again for great ventilation. And then we have several drawers below, and they're actually good sized drawers for that additional storage. So they've been thinking about how a camper is going to use the unit. Now, one thing I really like about this unit is so many single axle units over here over the bed would have a wall mounted AC. And here we find a roof mounted. So you're gonna have more BTUs, better cooling, especially since you're opening up the square footage here. And it's the tried and true system. A little more expensive, but definitely the system that if you have a choice between wall and roof mounted, go roof mounted. Nothing wrong with the wall, but just make sure you're saving enough money on your purchase price of your trailer to make it worth taking the smaller wall mounted unit. If you're buying a unit or comparing units to buy, one has a wall mount, one has a roof mount, and you're within a few $100s of each other, take the roof mounted unit. You'll be much happier with the cooling itself. Now, the BH in our 176, of course, means bunks. So when we look at our bunks, you're going to notice they're nice large bunks. They are adult sized. So this is not built for children. You can get adults in there. And we have a window on our bunk below. You'll notice lights on both of the bunks, so you're not going to feel claustrophobic in these bunks. And the bunk mattresses are nice thick mattresses. In many of my videos, you'll see me talking about mattress thickness. That's really important because you want to have a comfortable stay. Now, our main monitor panel is right here in the center of the trailer. And then, of course, our thermostat control is here as well. Now, I do like the white finishings with the gray accents on the fridge and the washroom. It just gives it a much more upscale feel. Now, first thing I noticed when I walked through this unit before I started the video, which is a really nice feature, and yes, you can laugh at me, but I'm going to say it. This is a porcelain toilet. There is nothing like camping and using a porcelain toilet. It's going to feel like sitting on your toilet at home. It's very sturdy, very easy to clean, and is very reliable. The plastic toilets do have their purposes, but personal preference is always the porcelain. We have a sink with some storage below it, a nice mirror, so you have a bit of open space. Also, I guess I should comment, for those newbies out there that you normally don't think about it when you're shopping for a trailer, sit down on top of the toilet, see about comfort. Now, if I do that, and I've got some equipment with me for my mic and the sender, you're going to notice, and I'm about 5'9", I've got good space here. I'm not feeling over tight, and it's going to be comfortable when I have to use the washroom. If I'm really tall, if I was a 6.5 foot guy, I can still feel comfortable, and if I really wanted to relax, I could put my feet up, break out the newspaper or a magazine, and I can rest for a while. Now that we're looking at the shower, you're going to notice a nice large shower pan. And beyond the shower pan, I'm going to pan up and look right up. And one thing that impressed me as a previous RV dealer and salesperson is the shower surround. Because many of you were probably looking at this shot and going, what is he pointing to? You'll notice many single axle trailers will not have this surround to save a few dollars. And again, if there is savings in the price, go go for it if it meets your budget. But if you have a similar priced unit and you are weighing out your options, always take the shower surround. These wall boards are coated to resist water. However, that does wear down over time. They are fine, but if you have a shower surround, it will give you that much more protection. And little tip for the newbies out there that are watching this video and considering down the road purchasing a unit. When you purchase your unit, do not fall into the misstep that many RVers do. They buy their unit and they notice that down at the bottom of the surround, there's a little gap. And they're worried about water getting in there. So what do? They caulk that gap. Do not do that. Do not caulk the gap. It's actually there. Your pan goes up and inside these outer panels, so any humidity can drain down and into your pan, and if you caulk it, you're going to catch water in here, which is going to cause bigger issues down the road. So please, please, little tip, do not caulk that. It is designed to be that way. Again, as we come out and we look at the openness of this floor plan, it is fantastic. And weighing in at 3,800 pounds, if you have a small SUV, small pickup truck, you have great flexibility without having to go and get a bigger vehicle. So you can get out camping and still have really great space at a good price. Now, a little thing I noticed, I like the feeling of the faucet here, the big window at the kitchen. You're going to notice that the outlets around this unit say inverted outlet. It's connected to the solar flex. So earlier at the beginning of the video, I showed you that inverter prep. If you're going to do a lot of dry camping, you can actually go get your dealer to install the inverter here, and it is preset to the plugs. And as an example, let's count them. One at the kitchen. We have one up at the bed. We have, and I'm just looking around, I didn't actually count them earlier. I know there is one back here in the bathroom that is also set as inverted outlet. So if you get that inverter, you can power off your battery and run 110 volt off of the battery even when you don't have 110 plug-in. So when you're boondocking, gives you a little more flexibility to run various appliances. Now you'll probably want to run two 12 volt batteries or two 6 volt batteries to make the 12 volts for the inverter because of the extra draw, but it's going to give you flexibility that typically you wouldn't get in a trailer. And actually, there's another one for our TV hookup. So you could be in a Walmart parking lot taking a longer trip and watching the local news, or throw, if you have a TV with a DVD player, throw that on and be able to do that without running a generator and all the noise and fumes of the generator that you would have had to do prior to this. So great little feature that you can have either as an add-on if it's already in stock, or if you're doing a factory order, option it in from the factory itself. I didn't comment on the wall, but I mentioned that gray coloring. I really like the gray coloring on the front wall. Gives it a little more upscale appeal, breaks the color, and still keeps it very, very bright. Now, when we came in, I didn't point to it, but you're going to see a couple of hooks here. And I thought that was kind of interesting and unique. Well, what is that for? That is actually for our Bluetooth radio. You have a portable Bluetooth, or I should say Bluetooth speaker, a portable Bluetooth speaker here that can actually be connected. And that way it hangs there so you can listen to music. It's out of your way. It's not taking up any counter space. And you want to go outside, pick it up, take it with you. Take it to the beach. Take it out, take it outside and listen to it. It just gives you that additional flexibility. So I do want to say a special thank you to Bella Vista RV, as they have given us access
this Hideout 176BH, and I greatly appreciate access to their indoor showroom here, as they've opened the largest trailer showroom in the area. So they have several different brands here that they're giving us access to. But come down and shop and you'll be able to see their great showroom in a climate controlled area, and you'll be able to see this Hideout as well as other brands. So a very special thank you again to Bella Vista RV for giving us this access.
Well, this is Bruno from RVing TV. If you like the video, please click the like button. Please click the subscribe button. We're trying to break the 10,000 subscriber mark, and if you hit the bell, you'll be notified of new videos as they get posted on product reviews and trailer reviews and walkthroughs. We're trying to bring you a sampling of different and new trailers that are out there in the RV marketplace. Feel free to check in for future videos on the Hideouts and other trailer brands that are available out there. And if you have any comments or questions, please forward them to us. We'd love to hear your comments and your questions, and if we can address it in a video at some point, we would love to do that for you. Well, this is Bruno from RVing TV. Thank you for viewing our video on the Hideout 176BH by Keystone RV at Bella Vista RV. Remember to live life to the fullest and make sure that you're enjoying it. And if you can add camping to that, you're definitely going to be enjoying life. Take care.